Suriname Temple. And I opened this concert with the true Ukrainian spirit.
Can't hear you.
This was, okay. 3 times a charm, right? So, this was the opening piece for tonight's concert, and this piece is true Ukrainian spirit. That's what we have inside of us at any time, but especially nowadays. And you saw the slideshow made by Jerome Strauss. I'm going to talk about him a few minutes later. And this slideshow featured the pictures that featured Ukraine maybe a little bit more than a month before today. It was peaceful and happy place. So this concert today is an invitation to join me and my fellow musicians on the stage of the Tarrytown Music Hall to give a gift to support Ukrainian citizens. We are working today with 3 organizations, with United Help Ukraine, Razom for Ukraine, and Razom is Together in Ukrainian, and the Fund for Ukrainian Musicians that I established last week. Our performers today come from various ethnic backgrounds. However, they are united by one purpose: to help Ukraine while it goes through the impossible storm, withstanding it with unbelievable courage and strength. And at this time, I would like to take a chance and invite Bjorn Olsen to the stage. He's an executive director of the Tarrytown Music Hall. And Bjorn, while you're making your way here, I hope you are somewhere close. Okay. I would like to thank you and theater manager Karina Ringeisen for letting us and embracing our event warm-heartedly. Thank you. I also have found out something about Tarrytown Music Hall today. I found out about one person who is in the audience today. Her name is Helen Ringeisen. And without her dedication and her persistence, this theater would not have existed, because apparently a number of years ago she saved it from destruction. And thank you very much. So Bjorn, would you please introduce our special guest tonight?
Hello and good evening, and just start with saying welcome to everybody. I want you to understand how much credit needs to go to Irina and to Tara Framer, a member of our community as well. We do events all the time, so this was not, difficult for us to do, but they pulled together an event with 40, 50 performers in about 2 weeks because this is such an important cause. And I think the turnout that we're seeing tonight, we have a sold-out theater here tonight. I think it's a great reflection of how our community is responding, is how the world community has responded to the terrible situation and the attack on Ukraine. So I just want to say a few numbers here. We are, by the way, a nonprofit theater, so I think everybody here probably knows that already. My wife Karina and I, we both have a background in classical music, so we're thrilled also to have the performers here tonight. We do mostly popular music, which we also love, but this is sort of extra close to our hearts as well. And by the last count that I showed, you have raised for Ukraine tonight $27,000. All the ticket sales, we're not keeping a cent, we're giving everything straight to the charities for Ukraine. Our volunteers are contributing too. Our volunteers at the concession stand, all the money from the concession sales tonight also going to Ukraine. And we also have, if you haven't heard about this, it's kind of fun. We have a little record store upstairs that we get donated vinyl records, and we're selling them here. That's all volunteer driven, and they are donating all their sales today to the cause as well. So, and Irina already mentioned, you have the QR codes in your programs. We should be raising even more money tonight, so open that program, scan those QR codes, give some more money to Razom and United Help Ukraine. And I think there was a QR code to Irina's GoFundMe for young refugee musicians as well. That's an incredibly good idea to do. Our community, our elected officials have also responded incredibly tonight. We have Congressman Mondaire Jones is here. County Executive George Latimer is here. And we have a few of them on stage as well. Tarrytown Mayor Karen Brown is here. Greenberg Town Supervisor Paul Feiner is here. And I believe, although I haven't met you tonight, Dobbs Ferry Mayor Vincent Rosillo is here as well. Talk about the community response to a crisis. Amazing. Congressman?
Introduction. Look, I know you're not here to see me, but as a representative for this congressional district, I wanted to just impart a few thoughts to you tonight. First, my heart is heavy, just like all of yours. In fact, I'm also very angry. I'm angry that a madman has been waging an unjust war against a free people. And we should all be very angry about that. But we should also be encouraged by what we have seen the Ukrainian people summon, and as well as the United States leading not just our NATO allies, but the rest of the free world to bring pressure down on Vladimir Putin and Russia. We have, as the United States, and I'm proud to be part of this, imposed the toughest economic sanctions in the history of this nation. We have led the rest of the world in isolating Vladimir Putin and Russia. Just a few weeks ago, I was proud to vote to pass $13.6 billion in military and humanitarian aid for the people of Ukraine. And the President of the United States recently announced that the United States would be welcoming as many as 100,000 Ukrainian refugees to this country. So we've got a long way to go, but I am sincerely of the belief that when all is said and done, Ukraine will be free. And Vladimir Putin will go down in history as a loser and as a war criminal who did not win his war against democracy. Those are the principles that I'm going to continue to fight for. And I'm so proud to be joined by all of you. When I heard that this was a sold-out event, I wasn't surprised because I know this community. I know this community. I know what people can accomplish when they come together, whether they are in private life or in elected office. And we've got to continue to have events like this. And we've got to continue to do what we can in our individual lives to help the people of Ukraine and to continue to beat the drums, to make sure that this madman knows that we are not going to stop until all of Ukraine is free. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman. This really is about freedom and oppression. You are free tonight to come to this wonderful music hall to hear the tremendous performances that we're about to hear. And you are free to use your talents as you see fit, to entertain and to give joy to other people as well as to yourselves. We believe in freedom, and that freedom and a practical manifestation of it is this music hall. The Russian military bombed in Freedom Square in Kharkiv, the Opera House, and the concert hall, and the government offices. And they did that to suppress the freedom that we enjoy. So tonight, we hear beautiful music, music that will stir us, music that will remind us that music is a universal language. All across this globe, music unites us, even if our languages aren't the same. And that people a half a world away, that some of us do not trace our antecedents to, desire the same thing that we have, freedom. 30 years ago, Ukraine made the decision to choose freedom over oppression. And as was said, a madman wants to reverse that decision 30 years later, when the people have already chosen. We stand by those people. With the money that we raise tonight, and what we do in the days to come, with our voices, and with our statement, strong as it is, that a person has a right to be free. We believe that, and we pray, and we work for that to be true of the Ukrainian people. God bless you all.
I'd just like to thank the Tarrytown Music Hall, the organizers, the musicians, for inspiring us. And today is really the beginning of an effort to raise funds and help the people of the Ukraine. Many of us have felt a little helpless because we want to help and we just don't know what we could do. And I think as a result of this concert, we know we're going to do more and more and more until the Ukraine, those of you who have family members in the Ukraine are safe, and Ukraine, once again, is a great place for people to live in peace. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for everybody. What a tremendous turnout. And I'm handing the mic over back to Irina.
The first slideshow that you have seen belongs to a local photographer, Jerome Strauss. Jerome, would you please get up? Jerome is a semi-professional photographer specializing in aerial photography. His work has been published 3 times in New Yorker magazine. For this event, he created a slideshow of his best pictures from his last visit to Ukraine in May of 2021. Jerome's connection to Ukraine started 26 years ago when he arrived in the United States from France and met his future wife, who had just moved from Kiev. Through her, he became acquainted with Ukrainian culture, and over the years he's developed a deep appreciation for Ukraine, its history, and its people. 3 of the pictures from tonight's slideshow will be for sale in the lobby after the performance, with 100% of proceeds going to Razom for Ukraine. In addition, between now and the end of April, Jerome will donate 50% of the profits generated from his photography website to Ukrainian charities. please see the QR code in the program. Thank you, Jerome. And now it's time to introduce this wonderful group, Chorus Dumka of New York, and their leader, Maestro Vasil Hrechinsky. You can read basic information about the choir, when it was founded, and its history. However, I would like to notice a few things. The repertoire of this group is quite broad, but one of the main areas of their performance is Ukrainian music of earlier and contemporary times, something that you will hear tonight. Choral members come from Ukraine. Some of them immigrated here much earlier in the 20th century. Some of them were born here in the United States. And I must admit how unique this group is because of this blend. These are people who are united by loving two things: music and Ukraine.